It's purest. So you need to, should I post it to you?
Mhm.
I'm going to snap my fingers after I flip off the world. What do you think I'm going to wish for? Or Pennywise?
What is up, everybody? How are you doing?
Yes, I'm talking clown.
Oh, Kevin talking clowns.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that.
Well, if Captain Spaulding had the Infinity Gauntlet, and he snapped his fingers, I already know he'd want to give equal rights to clowns.
Equal rights to clowns. Well, we're rebooting right before the show, so I'm a little behind on things. But I'm Josh, JRB5. This is Kevin. This is Will. We're going to do a little talking about some stuff he's got going on, some projects and stuff he's got going on. We're going to finish our weird color painting as soon as I pull this up.
You know, right now we could sell it to some office and they could put it in an office right now.
Yeah.
But that's not what we do, because that's background stuff for us.
Yeah.
I think I've sold a couple pieces like that, because one guy did that and I was getting ready to paint on it and he said, nope, I want it as is. I said, I'm going to charge the same price. So we did.
Yeah,
I'm
so
like,
every
okay.
time I actively try to do something like that and sell it, I've still got it on my wall. So it's
yeah, we got that one mushroom looking one that we did with moths in them. And
yeah, that's at
no one ever bought those either.
Freak Show, right? Or not Freak Show, Freak Fashion right now.
Oh, you took some stuff there then.
Yeah, that's the only one that's up there.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
I need to get up there with some art then, probably. And then we have some at that donut or the ice cream place.
Yeah, I don't know the name.
I think it was the bird one.
Jana.
Yeah, Jana. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her on here in a couple of weeks.
Think of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She took a couple pieces.
I had to get under my mom's house, check for air vent connections. Got under there, checked the air vents, make sure everything's connected. Found a leak. Fortunately, didn't find any snakes. I hate snakes. And I'm just super paranoid. And I don't, like I said, I don't know. It's that season where they could be under there. They could be under there anytime.
I used to not mind crawling under. Then I worked pest control and I sprayed one house that was just brown locusts infested, and I sprayed underneath when I was down there.
Yeah. And
you want to talk about twice? I do not, to this point, remember how I got out of that crawl space. That was one of them. When I sprayed, I was just covered. And another time I got down there and the guy's following. Well, one of the guys following, because you can treat underneath. And there's a raccoon.
Yeah.
Right there. I'm like, back up. Why? Back up. Just back up. Get out of here. Yeah. There's a raccoon.
Well, I had a broom with me, and I think that would be better for.
Well, I had chemicals. I could have squirted it, but I'm also there to not. And I'm like, get out. I don't want to hurt some raccoon.
Yeah.
I told him, well, we can't. I'm not going to treat the house till we get animal control here to get that raccoon out of here.
What's up, Mr. Josh Ricks? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, we're going to finish. I think we got an idea for our painting. I'm going to get started on that. I wrapped up the donut hole, DJs for donuts.
And I just wrapped up the Ren Fair. Now we're going to refit, re-gear, and start rolling forward on the other stuff coming up. Yeah. Art-wise, I don't have anything planned yet. But you know me, it won't take long.
With the reboot, I wasn't able to get the pictures on there, but
we'll
do a post afterwards.
So today's piece, we're going to honor it for the people that should have called us for the one that's at the the downtown City Arts, or what's it called?
City Arts.
It is City Arts, because I kept calling it City Blue the other day.
Not City Blue. Let's get started. I'm ready to see this thing come to life here. Let's see if you want to hop in the hot seat. And, we can start talking a little bit about what you do.
Yeah. Got one other announcement. My band's going to be playing its first show next Friday at Kirby's.
My band.
We're called the Haters Coalition. We're opening for the Honky Tonk Devils. And then there's some independent folk artists going to open the whole show. So come on in. It's free. And if you want to tip, it's fine. If you don't, I don't care. We're a punk band. You can tip to other people if you have to. When you get tips, nice. You can always buy a shirt from us, though. That I won't give for free. Or you can just buy me drinks, but I don't drink, so there you go. So here we got. So go ahead and.
All right. I'm William Butterworth. I do CNC woodwork, getting into some epoxy art and 3D printing, stuff like that. But I made this one up today for to bring in.
Good. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a ship with a tree in the background. You can't see. What's it made out of?
That's black walnut.
Okay. So what got you started doing this?
Well, there was a point in my life where I was paying so much child support. I needed to figure out a way to make some extra money. And I was doing taxidermy for years. The wife wasn't real crazy about having all the dead animals on the garage floor. So I changed it up and got a small CNC machine to learn on. And it just kind of grew from there. Now I've got a big shop and 4 or 5 CNC routers and lasers and everything else.
So that's been doing you okay then? So is it paying for itself?
Yeah. It's bought and paid for my shop. It's bought and paid for all my machines. It's all my computers.
Okay, we are now going to change our format to Art CNC shop.
So yeah, it's been pretty good to me.
You still got that first piece, the piece you brought over? Did you pop it up, the one you did today?
Yeah, I just showed them that.
How long does that take on the machine and everything?
That one I started at 10 o'clock Saturday. It was done about 11 o'clock today. So
yeah,
about.
So it's not like the 3D art stuff that everybody's doing. It's not a quick process.
No, not with CNC routers, especially. You'll see a lot of work out there that's good, but if you want it to actually have that polished look, you got to really slow down, and your step over has to be real small to get all the detail in.
Now when they do that because it's a little bit different, I get it. Because I've seen people turn on those, the machines they got now that does all that 3D stuff, and then they'll just walk away.
Yeah.
Can you do that with a CNC?
It's not advisable with a router.
I do a lot of woodwork, and I would never ever leave a piece of wood with just a saw running because it could also catch fire.
There's people
I've had it happen, and I was standing right there with a router.
Yeah, there's people that own my brand of CNC machine, and they have stepped away from it, sometimes for an hour, sometimes overnight, and ended up burning their entire shop down. Because all it takes is one little zap of static electricity.
And it's friction on a piece of wood. Yeah. I've done it with saws because I refinish furniture.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how it can burn.
How fast it'll catch fire. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've actually had it happen before where I hit static and the router bit plunged into the piece. Luckily, I was there to turn it all off because it did start smoking and started a small fire while I was there.
And you probably had quite a chunk of money in all your equipment, especially if you got a big old shop now. So, and insurance will cover stuff, but not all stuff. And then they got to prove that you didn't start the fire, which is going to take them a year.
Yeah.
It's insane when it comes to fire stuff.
I don't want to start over, so
and then the fire marshal come in to see if you had any safety hazards. So believe me, I used to run the shop over at Judge Radell's Boys Ranch. We had the fire marshal and OSHA out there all the time. Yeah. And every time they found something new, I had to fix.
Yeah,
it's a little bit different because we were like state level, but it's still.
Yeah.
And if you're a legit shop, you'll have probably somebody sometime come through. Do you?
No, I had an LLC for a while, but I dropped it.
You're still independent enough that they're not going to check you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if a fire does start, they will.
Yeah. It's more or less a hobby or like a hobby retirement plan sort of deal. So.
Well, I'm almost 60 and I'm not going to retire till I'm about 100. But that's cool. Do you got any other pieces, or is that the only one you brought?
I brought some more here. Yeah.
Oh, I
On
like
there.
that one too.
So this one was,
Seems a lot lighter wood.
well, this is the exact same type of wood. This is black walnut also. This one's thinner though, so this one only took about 10 hours.
And you didn't frame it.
No, I
Oh,
didn't
now
frame
you
this
frame
one.
it and stuff. So okay, I see.
Yeah, this one's just cut out.
Okay.
And I've got that one there.
Is that the Virgin Mary?
Yes, it is. So that's all the.
Well, no bathtub for the Virgin Mary.
No.
Okay, my Catholic friends, I'm sorry. It's just that you always put those weird looking bathtub looking things with the Virgin Mary in the front yard. So
This is some of my resin art that I just started working on, so I'm still learning on it.
oh, that's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, resin pours too. It's different because man, you can get some air bubbles if you're not paying attention. And the thing I know about resin, I've done some. You need to buy probably the higher end resin, not the lower end resin, if you want to do anything good.
Oh yeah,
It's not
big
one of them
coat
because
stuff.
like wood, a lot of times you can buy the cheap wood and fix it
yeah,
and make your own too by putting it all
Yeah.
together and doing whatever. But when it comes to resin, there's some brands out there that I recommend, and there's some I don't.
yeah. Stuff
So-
I use is good up to 4 inches thick, so
Right.
I buy the real nice stuff.
You don't have to go high end, but you should put a couple of bucks in if you want to get something that's worth it.
Yeah. This is another little resin skull I did.
So is that glitter or what is that in there?
Yeah, that's just glitter. Just learning, so I threw some glitter in there to see what it would do. Some of it sank, some of it floated.
You threw it in after you put in the resin then?
I mixed it all up, and gravity brought a lot of it down here, and then some of it stayed up
just
towards the
kinda-
top. So
I wonder if you could let it set for longer and then put it in.
probably could. I'm kind of working towards that idea. That's a lot bigger
Pour it
glitter
in when
than
it's
what
thicker?
most people
Pour it
use.
in when it's thicker, maybe. or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I only say that because a lot of times you can do it with glue stuff. You wait till it's a little more tacky and then do stuff. It
Yeah.
will work better. Oh, I thought you were pulling out a blue gun at first.
No. And I do 3D printing too, so
Okay.
I got a
A
little.
lot of those sold today.
I
Things
bet
like
they
that.
did.
There's a lot of little
I haven't
dragons
sold
like
any
that.
yet,
Well, you weren't at the Ren Fair, were
but
you?
yeah. No,
You would have
I was
sold
supposed
some.
to, but I'm still getting over a shoulder surgery, getting ready to have another one. So.
Yeah, it was it was crowded, better than last year, I think, but I think people are a little bit more strapped right now because of the way prices are.
Yeah.
It's dangerous out there.
Yeah, and I know that normally I buy stuff for my costuming and stuff, and plus I like supporting local artists.
Yeah.
No matter what, it's metal, leather, wood, whatever. I didn't buy anything this time. It's probably the first show I've done that ever.
Yeah.
Well, I've done a lot of shows, but almost every show I always find an artist I like to buy something. This one, there were some, but I just, unfortunately, bills take priority right now.
Yeah, I had a friend, Desiree. You know Desiree?
Yeah, I know Desiree.
Yeah, she sent me a photo. She just got into a little screen printing and sent me a Misfits.
Oh yeah.
What she did of the Misfits, and then I was like, all right, cool. And then
So we're
she
going
did the back and sent it to me, and it was like, I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. And then with all of the other drama that's been kind of going on, I was like, tell me how much I owe you. And,
Yeah.
and
I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. Whoa.
she's at the B bar, and that's her page.
Yeah. Yeah, I know
So
Desiree.
I was looking when I was setting this
I
up.
don't know if I got that person or not. I'll have to check
You-
into it.
Didn't you have a Facebook page at one time?
Yeah, I've still got. I've got one for my business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people advanced up to Instagram and stuff like that because Facebook, but you only bring the drama on yourself if you feed into the drama. That's all I got to say on that.
Yeah.
Done.
I'm trying to stay off Facebook more and more.
I do it for business and business only, or I like the Far Side a lot, so I post a lot of that crap on there
Yeah.
because they don't care. No, that dude Austin there, he did not care.
Mhm.
I'm a huge fan of them, and I got to see his museum. They have them. It's all it is Far Side.
Yeah.
cartoons, thousands and thousands and thousands. And I don't know if he did all of them, but he did.
I'm sure it's some.
Where's that at?
Well, in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
He, I think once he got as big as he did, he probably had a herd of people that worked for him and did art too, kind of like a lot of the famous artists end up doing. Big Daddy Roth did that too. He had all these artists that worked for him. So if you don't know who Big Daddy Roth is, he did Rat Fink. And if you don't know who Rat Fink is, then too bad. You need to get into hot rods and choppers and stuff. Well, that's actually, you're going to have it done before I even get over there.
I got a touch-up spot. Yeah, I mean, I figure we could add some things.
Yeah, that's
but
cool.
that nose didn't go in the right spot.
Yeah, I see that. It looks weird.
But I figure we can get the colors back out and just re-weird it up.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to give you some glasses. That's what it looks like you tried to put.
I didn't try to. I was just trying. And
Oh, so
had
that-
an angle, and so I'm like looking at the reference, trying to. I'm like, hell, it is what it is.
Yeah, we both saw it, but we both saw it differently. He obviously saw it at the angle. So need to click on the people so I can see who's saying crap. And I'm always afraid to do it. Oh, it is comments. Okay. Well, one of these days I'll remember.
I'll click on it again.
Uh,
Nobody chiming in.
Sup, fellas? Just Joshua. Yeah, we got a lot of people looking.
Y'all can guess numbers, but we ain't doing a giveaway.
Yeah, like last time, someone get. That's probably why. I didn't post that we were playing today. I saw a lot of people at the Ren Fair told them about this show, but I also know that, like last night, we marched out to the front, and me and another Fairy Mike, who's also Indigo, and I'm Malinamore. We started playing this song that it's an old Irish pirate drinking song. I guess a pirate drinking song. No, it's an old drinking song for sailors, but we turned it into Feeding a Dragon. But unfortunately, I don't know. I just say, after doing shows and you drink a couple of meads, you change words right back to the old stuff. But we didn't, because we're saying, like, what would you do with a drunken fairy instead of what would you do with a drunken sailor? And then when he said that, I just rolled with it and just started singing whatever. Neither one of us were singing the same thing.
Sure, having fun.
It was fun. We destroyed the song bad, but it's all right.
No, I like it.
Yeah, it looks good. Are you done, or are you just looking at it? Like I said, you're going to be done before I even get back there.
Oh, no, that's kind of what.
Not even. Well, you definitely had the vision. So
I got a little black left.
yeah, I see that a couple of spots.
And then you can just start weirding it out. Cover up that one black.
Yeah, I got to fix the one spot. Usually, I'm the one that makes the mistakes, and you cover me up. There's no way.
Rolls.
There are no mistakes in art. There are no mistakes in art.
And that's why I make one or Kevin makes one.
There's mistakes in building furniture if you're off. I don't even know if there's mistakes in that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There's lots of ways to mess it up. You can have your tool programmed wrong, and just the static stuff, any sort of thing can go wrong with it.
We could chip out where you didn't realize it. Now,
Yeah.
these things, like, because I know if you hit a knot, sometimes that's the hard spots.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done that with a saw before, where I hit a knot trying to cut through it, and then all of a sudden my blade almost comes flying back at me.
Well, this one here actually had a knot, and it flipped it completely out, and I had to go looking for it to fill it back in. So, yeah, there's little things like that. You can get an area of the wood that's going to splinter out on you. I make a lot of firewood, so.
Well, if you have a fireplace, probably a good thing, unless you like the
Yeah.
backyard stuff. You like the backyard stuff. Have you done anything besides wall art with the sea?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, I do 2D stuff. I do some welcome home signs and stuff like that.
So you don't have a lathe or anything too?
I don't have a lathe yet. I've been wanting to get one of those too, but so far just routers and lasers and stuff like that.
Okay.
So
one machine at a time, right?
Yeah.
What's your next big machine then that you're looking at?
well, I have a 5-foot by 10-foot machine in the garage. I need to find somebody that knows how to build controllers for them, because when I bought it, the controller wasn't good anymore. So when I get that up and running, I'm going to start doing doors and big epoxy tables with big
With the
carvings.
manufacturer?
No, I've seen some doors in California. My aunt lived in Malibu for a while, and actually for a long time. And some of those 2.5D doors on front of houses and stuff are going for like 16 to 32,000 a piece.
Yeah.
So that wouldn't
Yeah,
be a
well,
bad gig.
Why do we got to be paint artists? Man?
Well, I wish I could do what you guys do, but
One is a lot easier to haul around.
That's true. That's true. You got to build up a clientele like everybody. That's
Yeah.
how that works. Especially art, because we had that big discussion too. Should artists be taxed? Not only finish, should artists be taxed? You know, up to a certain point, like after your first 50,000, maybe. But up to that, if you're a full time artist, you're not making anything. You're probably gonna be living on the streets.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't give up your day job, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's certainly a different world. Like, you know, 200
That's what I'm seeing.
200 years ago, it was a completely different world. I mean, there wasn't very many, you know, I mean, up until about 200 years ago, there wasn't very many artists, people trying to, I mean, more so maybe in your stuff, but it was for making household goods and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Furniture
manufacturing,
and-
making
yeah.
stuff. And, you know, now we've gotten way off track. I mean, everybody's an artist, you know, I mean, like
Yeah.
they can pour paint and splatter stuff, and
Yeah.
I'm an artist. And depending on who you are, and in the art world, it's more of a who you are. It is
Yeah.
than whether you're an artist subjective. I don't call anybody's art good or bad. And it really peeves me when people start getting to gossiping about people and, you know, their art sucks, you know, my
Yeah.
art's better. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm like, you guys do the exact same thing,
Yeah.
literally sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, literally. But I mean, it's like, how can you sit there and say you're better or worse? There's no
Yeah.
definite scale,
Yeah.
you know, that anybody, so it's all subjective. So it just really irks me when that kind of drama goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, art contests are the worst. When it's subjective like that.
Yeah. I wasn't even real sure this type stuff would even really be considered art at all. Like
It's art.
took Stephanie Nash to tell me, hey, yeah, that's art. You need to come to some of these shows.
Oh, well, since it was Stephanie Nash, no, it's not art. Just
Well,
kidding. I know she's on there.
Old Eric Parrish says, I live for the drama. I love kicking dead horses and truck stop sushi and screw on avocados.
I love avocados,
I missed
especially
the
truck stop
avocado thing. I
sushi
don't know
with
what it's all
avocado.
about.
Well, I'm going to start making disc art, which, like I said, the 5-panel thing, I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
The computer crashed, or I would have brought it up too and flashed it up on the screen, but it was fun.
Yeah.
You know, I started it last night. I mean, Amanda Trotter kind of gave me the characters. So
See, Amanda Trotter kind of knew what you were talking about, I think, because she's a pretty damn good artist too.
yeah, like I said before we got on the air, everybody kind of was like, "Oh, Wonder Woman," giving me characters.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I don't want to draw somebody else's
Well, to be
characters.
honest, I just went,
Yeah, I was trying to figure out a in there somewhere. I haven't yet. Maybe chapter 2, because I'm gonna do. I came up.
Chapter 2, just have every panel.
Yeah, B Red. B Red is the cracked out banana. That's his name, B Red, because he's almost a banana bread. So and then Soxy, and a friend of mine came up with the name online. So you know, I mean, I put by me and friends because there was several people who had a hand in coming up with the idea. So
Yeah.
that was kind of fun, you know, putting it out there and letting people
This
kind of.
black's not easy to cover up. We're going to put a couple of layers over it.
Yeah, I figured so.
But I'm going to put down the base.
Like I always do about this time.
Well, for
About this
one.
time.
I gotta admit, the base we started on this one was very different for us.
It was fun. Like I said, I know we had talked about doing kind of comics, you know, because that's kind of, I mean, more, you can definitely tell the inspiration in both of our styles, that, you know, comic books and stuff like that. I mean, I've never read very many comics, but the few that I bought, I used to draw, you know, I practiced for drawing. And so, and I mean, who didn't our age didn't grow up on the comics on the Sundays, you know, the funnies.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I can't even draw a stick man. So
Yeah, you
all mine's digital.
Well, should we have him stand up here and start painting?
Yeah. Like I said, this, doing the drawing digitally, I like that just because I love
Yeah.
the fact that there's a whole lot less involved in if I got to fix something, or if I don't like it, I can just, kind of cut out what I need and rotate it a little bit instead of having to re-race the whole son of a bitch, redraw it a whole, whole new way. But
yeah, I have fun with it. Sometimes people give me freedom of creativity to make them, something custom. So, I've done some family last name signs and, family established signs that they put up in their living room. Done some of Harley epoxy stuff, So.
What kind of software is it? Some kind of extruding software, like 3D modeling?
Well, I use something called Carbide Motion to run my machines, and then I use a program called Aspire for design.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I also use Lightburn sometimes to create vectors for my.
Yeah. You get a color photo and got to change it to black and white.
Yeah.
I did some stuff for people I used to, run with, stuff for their burner, and you had the black and white contrast, and they were unable to do any of the design stuff. I mean, they just stole pictures from the internet and did that. And then if they had custom stuff, I did a few of them, but I'm like, man, I can't do this for free, dude.
Yeah.
I mean? But you lose a lot of friends when you quit doing stuff for free. That's another thing I've learned. Because, I mean, you kind of got to at first, but once you get to that point where it's too much and then you're like, okay, I can't do this for free, and you start talking money, they're like, oh, well, never mind.
Time's money.
Yeah. I learned that, the hard way. Like I've learned all my lessons.
I think I was fortunate because even at home, growing up, parents and family and cousins and stuff would still buy from us. It was never free because they understood that, hey, we're trying to make money for whatever we're making money for.
Yeah.
And even if it was for us, and I got one cousin. She doing very well for herself, like a president of a company and all this stuff. She wrote a couple of books. She easily gave them to me. I've never read them.
Yeah.
But because she's a cousin and stuff like that, I bought them. And they were like $40-$50 each. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's not like I can just go out and buy a $40-$50 book. But it was my cousin, and, I think she mentioned, she goes, well, I could give you I said, no, charge what you charge other people. And then when she said it, I didn't get sticker shock. I'm not.
Yeah.
So.
Well, this hobby's made Christmas a lot easier for me because everybody wants something.
That's definitely different when Christmas shows up. I've got to admit, I've done some artwork that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've given a few paintings away and stuff.
Got to talk about my latest mural. What I did on the window over the crisis.
Yeah, I was a little jealous, Kevin. It's like, I didn't even get a call. I would have came.
Well, dude. I got paid because I was working.
I would have took the day off just to come help.
Are you serious?
I don't need much of a reason to take a day off, Kevin. Okay. I mean, I got time.
I'll remember that next time we do them, especially when I start cleaning it up. That took me longer to clean it up and put the new stuff because I did the sunflowers on the same window.
Yeah, I haven't got to do a mural. And what was Irish's place that we were going to do the panels?
Yeah, I got closed before we could.
Before we could get it done, and then we did do the tip thing on top of the thing, but that was really that was just that, and
that was just us doing our same artwork except up on a step ladder.
Windy day. It was a stupid windy day.
Because
I like that, Kevin. I'm liking the way that looks over there, man.
I don't think
especially sideways. It looks better sideways.
Oh, the way I just moved it.
Yeah,
I know because it's cool. It can go this way or it can go the other way you had it.
Yeah.
But I want to let this paint dry.
We'll flip it upside down and then redo it over there and like a gray. And then
I gotta figure the shins part out though, because that doesn't feel right to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll look at a quick reference picture. Oh, you got one on your phone?
Yeah.
And I'm painting without my glasses that way. That's what I thought. Okay, there's some missing teeth and stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what the black squares are in there.
Right, but it's just the way it's done.
Yeah, and like I said, I think what brought us together today was a post. You were talking about exposure. You know, it's hard.
Yeah,
you know, and
yeah.
you know the old saying, we've talked about it. You know, exposure doesn't pay the bills, but
Yeah.
you can't pay the bills if you don't have exposure. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, that's why we started the podcast. And one of the reasons we started the podcast, one was we were still kind of just coming out of the Rona, and so things weren't really happening.
Yeah.
And we were both doing our own little video stuff anyway.
Yeah, and we were, so it was like, well, let's, you know, do
Yeah.
a podcast. And I hadn't really done podcasts, but I had, at the time, I was on a lot of podcasts that were around in the circuit. And I mean, I'll go back and look, and I was like, holy cow, you know, I mean, I was everywhere for a small period of time, my 15 minutes of fame, but
Bring that picture back up.
but I was everywhere, and it was like, awesome, you know, this is awesome. And so
Yeah, part of my deal has been I really haven't been able to get out that much. I've had 10 surgeries in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So I've been tied up at home, and I mean, I really hadn't been in my shop until today in months.
Yeah.
So
Become a Frankenstein monster.
yeah, so it's been kind of rough in that aspect, just not having the body to move all the stuff to shows and all that stuff. So
I said, even, you know, like content of making it, I mean, people are chopping up like that, you know, I mean, just put a camera on it, time lapse the thing. And,
yeah.
And
I've thought about doing that, but the problem with that is with CNC routers, there's dust everywhere.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have something to constantly clean the lens while you're filming.
Well, I mean, if you're you know, if you're there watching it, I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
I think I mean, I've seen them. You know, I love the burners. We've got a burner at the work, but the gal that it's just, you know, it's a pretty big. I don't know how big we can do, but it's, you know, encased. I don't know if yours. I don't know if all wood burners are that like that.
Is it a laser?
Laser burner, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Yeah, I've got a big one that's about that wide.
And I mean, I don't know what all can be done with it, because the gal that was kind of her baby.
Yeah.
She left the company, and so it's like, and I'm just like begging. And every couple of days, I'm like, hey, you know, so, you know, what's going to happen if we get a laser order, you know?
Well, you need to come over and learn my laser, and you could say, hey, I already know how to use it. Why can't I step in here?
Start apprenticeship.
Yeah. But on the other coin of that, that's just one more thing I would have to do. And I'm like, I'm already go home pretty tired every day. So
well, those lasers are pretty fun, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot you can do with them.
Yeah. I think Boss Man knows, but he, you know, like I said, he's busy being Boss Man. So we haven't had anything that really required one yet. So and I assume eventually. Yeah, Kevin thinking, well, I got like a 15-inch one, little one that, you know, it's not in a box or anything. It's just a table, and I think it's like 15 by 15 or something like
Probably
that.
a little diode laser.
Yeah. I haven't even opened it because I watched the video, and oh boys, I watched, you know, the company video, which, you know, came from China, so it was very hard to understand. And then a guy that had ordered one and put it together, he kind of wicked through the whole thing, and he's like, oh crap, I had to, you know, this was bad idea, bad design, I had to do this and this, and he started having his modifications straight out of the box that he was recommending. And I'm like, you know, at the time I was doing screen printing and embroidery, and that was my main focus. But now it's, you know, art, and I mean, I enjoy the art more, and it gets hard to try to make the business, because it's fun making the art, it's fun having the podcast and just sitting here shooting the shit to either, you know, millions of viewers or no viewers. But you know, I mean, us sitting here talking is what makes it, and that's fun. But then when I got to go chop up videos and make content out of it, and try to get, you know, growth from the pages, it gets very daunting.
I bet that does. It sounds like a headache. Especially
when you just, you know, you're thinking you're putting out gold here, you know. I'm like, this is gonna slap, and the views just go down, and YouTube has gotten bad where I mean, I used to be able to get a lot more traction, but now it seems like I get to a certain point and it just, you know, just drops off. It's because I was doing like 2 or 3 shorts a day, trying to get the growth, and I mean, in a matter of like 2 months, we've you know, we were stuck at like 100 for a while, and now we're at like 162, and
Yeah.
growing every week. And so, I mean, it's slow, but I think
Those
it's worth
kind of
it.
things are kind of finicky, though. It all matters on what time things start and like what people are doing that day. And
They say that, and it's I kind of just stuck to a.
I don't think the live is what makes everybody so successful, because there's no way people are watching certain people all the time live. There's just no way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Some of those creators.
yeah,
Well, I wish we could get the short
I mean, there's a few
short views to watch this.
You got the
million.
famous podcast people. Right now you got the two Kelsey brothers doing their thing. It's like the #1 sports podcast. But of course, they both played in the Super Bowl last year.
well, and half them guys are on every day
I
at the
messed
same
up the teeth a
time.
little bit. I went a little too far on the black. That bottom corner is weird, but you can tell definitely what it is. I just tried to roughen it up a little bit.
Beat it up,
Yeah. We should throw some blood at it. Call it good.
Similar.
And sing the
Kumbaya. Last caress.
I killed your baby today.
Yeah. That last caress.
Not matter much to me. As long as it is, but bad. Misfit songs are so easy to remember. So easy. There you go. You can do your own Misfits. You know the reason we're doing Misfits at the City Arts? There's a Misfit show going on there now. And the way we found out, a friend of mine, now a friend of his, I guess.
Call it besties or nothing.
Yeah. I've known him. I've known Dahmer for. It's Carl Dahmer. It's not the Dahmer.
Dahmer, no doubt.
Yeah. Well, you're born a Dahmer. You just take it. It's kind of like whatever. And he does the extreme metal artwork and stuff for metal bands and stuff mainly. He's known for, so it's really gory and stuff. But somebody said, well, because we asked, how'd you get on this? Oh, someone called me up. Because I bet you 10 to 1 it wasn't a single local artist in any of that, unless they happen to know people there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
'Cause
one
when
guy seemed to be dominant.
Yeah.
In the
And
he
he
was
was
the guy who did it.
And he was painting on those panels. And he must have had them hanging somewhere or something, because he had those vinyl those vinyl class things you put through vinyl, the holes on them. So it looked like to me that, because it was just on panels, some kind of panel. I didn't touch it to find out if it was cardboard or whatever, but it looked like a canvas panel to me, which is thinner. And a lot of those, if you let them sit, they warp a little.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you got to get those things framed quickly when you get done with them. And if you don't, you can still frame them; they'll just form back.
Huh.
One of those. The more you know,
Yeah.
right? Well, it's like a piece of wood.
Yeah.
There's ways to get a bent piece of wood back to straight. You just gotta know how to, a lot of times too, if you're having a hard time and you need to rush, you can spray some water on the back, not so much that it leaks through, because if you use acrylic, then everything just starts to run again.
Yeah.
But you can get it to flatten out and just put some weight on top of it.
I've got one carving that I did. It's basically in the shape of Africa, and it's got like the big 5 animals of Africa on it. And it ended up getting wet. And that thing bowed up almost in a circle. So it's like, it turned out, it's kind of cool, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it now.
Yeah, those kind of things, you got to get them wet again, and you slowly put pressure on them. And then you slowly add to it. Because I've done it with warped furniture.
Yeah.
You get this warped furniture, and you got to fix it. And it's like, well, you're never going to get it 100% flat, but you'll get it close.
Yeah.
And then you just got to build around it. It's big enough, hopefully you can plane it or something. But if not, then you just do what you got.
Yeah.
Because some of those old pieces, you get underneath all that finish and varnish, and they're dry.
Oh, yeah.
Big time dry. And you're like, geez.
Well, that's another aspect of the CNC thing. If you get some wood and it hadn't been dried properly, it wasn't in a kiln or whatever, still got a little moisture to it. While you're carving it, it can actually arch on you, and then you end up with trash again. So
trash and probably maybe screw up the blade or bit, right?
Yeah, those machines are pretty strong. They'll get through it, but
Yeah, I've had router blades that have lasted me as long as I've been alive.
yeah.
They're easy to sharpen.
Yeah,
If
my-
you have a grinder, I've done that.
I don't have one of those, but it'd probably be a good idea to get one.
I learned from people that were like, missing fingers and all kinds of stuff. This is how you do
The people that really knew.
it. Yeah. Huh? No, they're older.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah.
was gonna say where safety was
Second hand.
way back there. Not even second. It was somewhere outside. It's one of those. Oh, I lost a finger. Rub some dirt on it. Keep going. See if we've got anything since.
I don't think so. We're not
We
getting
got
anything
a few numbers watching this, but we don't have a whole lot of people talking today. So
They only like us when they give shit away. Like I said,
I guess.
that's how it boils down.
Well,
to.
we didn't give anything away last week. We didn't tell anybody. We'll give stuff away again here in the future. We're just all like anything. Christmas is coming up. We got to think about our families.
I gotta catch up on all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Ricky, gotta get that box out. It's like, quit adding to it.
Mm. Oh yeah, I did have one other thing to announce. My old band called Pretty Okay, no longer around, but we did hire an independent guy who wanted to try to see about starting up his own label. So we gave him a shot, sent him some money. He made 10 CDs for us. He sold 2 of those CDs and sent us the money. I guess he bought one and a friend must have bought one. Anyway, we have very limited CDs in town. So if you happen to see me or Esley, get them before they're gone. So, and it's from our second recording with our famous songs like Murder by Cowbell, Bobbert, Star Spangled Kid. Let's see if I can remember them all. Okay, I said 3 and I got 2 more. Oh no, I can't remember them. Oh well. Anyway, there's 5 songs on it. Artwork's done from Savannah. She's the tattoo artist, and she just moved into a place downtown. I can't think of the place. I mean, she literally just moved, and I think she's going to take it over. It's the only one that's actually in the downtown area. And at one point, they said you couldn't do tattoos in that area. Well,
Yeah,
the
they
guy,
just changed that last week.
they changed it because the guy that owned that company petitioned it, and then also some people wanted to do a convention at Century 2, and you couldn't. So now I think there's going to be a tattoo convention at Century 2 coming up. So that's cool. Anyway, she did the artwork. It's called the Wiener Tapes. It's a alien
wieners.
abduction, a hot dog in a bun with a face kind of thing,
Typical Kevin stuff here.
Well, that's Savannah, but she's the one that did all my tattoos here lately. So we're very similar in our art styles. I'll throw something unique at her next time she does a tattoo for me. Actually, I won't. The next one's going to be the alien thing you did that I use for my current band. So, which again, we're playing Kirby's on Friday. That's coming Friday. No cost, unless you want to spend money to buy booze or whatever. Or you can buy some shirts from me.
I think we'll call that.
I know. That was one of the quickest things we've done in a while because we.
I'll switch unless you're going to end the show.
No, I'll switch with you because you're bigger and sexier.
And emo. I found out the kid verified it. I'm only 20% emo, so I think she's certified emo.
I always feel like at times you're a little more than 20.
Baloney.
Yeah, you're big time emo when you get on video. You spike at 110. Ain't that right, Eric? If you're still on, give me a thumbs up. He's 110% emo.
100% emo.
110%.
110%.
He breaks the.
That. I like that painting, Kevin. That was fun. Misfits. Check it out.
Even my
City
mess
art.
up on the teeth, I think it still looks cool. I kind of went a little more on the teeth on the bottom part, but that's okay.
The thing about it,
It's ours.
it's
It's not theirs.
It almost at first looked like
So Danzig, or what's his Doyle von Frankenstein, and what's the drummer's name?
I can't remember.
Or even
names.
Michael Graves. We'll sell it to you. We'll give you a good price. We'll keep it under $1 million.
They're always watching, so of course, come on.
Or the drummer. Sorry, we can't remember your name because he's the one actually that's doing the actual current Misfits with a whole different band.
Yeah.
So give us a call. We'll sell it to you. We'll give you a good price. We'll even deliver it, hand deliver it. Just don't be in Europe.
Just don't be in Europe. No Europeans. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. So you got anything on the books coming up that you're going to try to get to or anything, or?
I'm gonna play it by ear because I don't know. A couple weeks from now, I go see, and if I'm having this other surgery on same shoulder I just had surgery.
So you're kind of
on,
holding
so.
off on any commissions and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, for right now. I mean, if it's something soon, then I could do it. But in 2 weeks, it's gonna be kind of up in the air again. So. Yeah.
Do you have any of this stuff posted anywhere with prices?
Most of my stuff is on Facebook. You can't really put prices on things on Facebook, but
You used to be able to. Did they change that too?
If you're going through like Marketplace, it's okay. But if you're just posting stuff, then
so if you if someone
upon it. I mean,
sees something, they
does
can
it.
get on Facebook and contact
inquire.
you.
Yeah.
Inquire.
My Facebook page, I don't care, or if I can drop that name on the.
Oh yeah, we'll tag it. I just couldn't find it. I couldn't remember what it was.
It's Will's Wild Woodwork.
Yes. Okay. I mean, I searched you and I didn't see it like linked. Linked in the thing there.
I'm not a Facebook genius.
So, yeah, you can contact him that way and ask for prices. It's good. Showing it on, it's harder to see because it's all like one color, but there's some depth in there that you can't see, but you can see with your naked eye.
Yeah.
And that ship is phenomenal. I like it.
What did Stephanie? I mean, they've got that the Bonanza. That's next, the 8th, October 8th, next weekend. The backyard Bonanza, the thing they're doing. They're back.
I hadn't heard of it.
I mean, I know you said you were limited, but it's like next Saturday, so it's not.
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday.
So you're pulling one of my numbers now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was thinking. First, I thought it was this Sunday. I'm like, God, I'm gonna be so tired.
We
have to go do an art show too.
No, so
we'll be there throwing some paint, I'm sure, and messing up some stuff.
Yeah. So I mean,
if you buy, you buy. If you don't, oh well. It's a cool place. They have, if you don't come back, at least go there for the toys that's up front.
I said, if you ain't got nothing going on, you can come hang out in our booth, and that'll.
All right. You guys, it's up at Mopix.
Yeah, they got that big back parking lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I knew they had the first one. I wasn't able to make that one because of my knee surgery. So.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we're always.
It was a cool hangout, and I sold, I think, a hat, and I don't know if you sold anything. I know I sold that hat, and that's how I made that new friend.
Yeah,
remember?
I think I did. But...
Vicky came and bought that hat, and we became friends, and
she left us.
She moved. She was like a art assault recruit. What do you call those people in the biker gangs with the numbers? Or they're not.
They're not
recruit.
Yeah, they're not in.
They're not in, but they're
prospect.
Yes,
yes.
Well, I need to do up a jacket or a T-shirt that says prospect, and on the front will be a picture of you and I with the artist.
Well, but we got to put it that you can't move to Denver. You gotta stay here.
She moved to Colorado Springs anyway.
Okay. Yes.
And I'm more likely to go to Colorado Springs than Denver anyway.
Yeah.
I go there.
Fuck
anyway.
Denver.
I'm working on some stuff for us next year. I hope we can do something up in Colorado Springs.
I just want to go back to Colorado. I miss it.
So we'll see. I mean, I can't make any promises until it happens because the biggest right now is transport to get up there. And more likely I'll rent a vehicle again. But for a trip like that, it's going to get expensive.
Yeah.
But it's expensive even if you don't rent.
Mm-hmm. So we got our weird Misfit skull, our own little version. I like it. It came out exactly like I wanted it.
Yeah. I was seeing it different because you have it at the angle. But once I saw it, I could see all of it.
Well, I said, oh, there's a nose. And I didn't realize the nose was black. So the cool design that I was like thinking for the nose got disappeared. And then that's kind of why it got moved.
Yeah,
but
I covered up a
like
little bit. It still shows through a little bit, but I don't know.
Yeah.
that gives it part of the. When we're dead and buried 1,000 years from now, and our names are in the archives of famous artists, they'll say, "Yeah, this is one they."
We designed it. It's ours. Just remember
We
that.
put
Remember
the-
that universe.
They purposely put the design flaw in it because it's about the misfits, and misfits are
what was
rejects and
bathtub time machine
Bathtub
going
time
back
machine.
and like. What you seen it right?
I've never seen
Oh
it.
God, it's horrible, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
But they go back in time and then they're like, Google is Lugal because it's Lou's name, so he makes it Lugal,
Oh,
and so he becomes the creator of Lugal and makes all this money.
So they went back and okay. The only way
Several
we're
things.
going to be able to do it is if we do bathtub, truck stop, sushi.
Bathtub. We added the bathtub today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's that's how we'll travel back. 'Cause
Yeah.
it'll be the bathroom.
yeah.
Well, it has to be the toilet more than the bathtub, though. What's wrong? It's coming out of both ends. I can't stop it.
Anyways, we're gonna get off here now. Before this spirals any further.
Well, truck stop sushi, man. People don't understand.
And I'm gonna be posting the little weird comic, and I'm gonna do more of those because I had a lot of fun. It was kind of quick and
The
easy.
5-panel thing.
Yeah.
We've been talking about trying to do something that makes more sense to the way we do things.
Yeah, like I said, it was fun.
I may have to rip you off and do my own. We'll do a challenge.
Yeah, like
So
I
if
said,
you
it was
do-
fun getting
So
the
if you
people
do that,
involved.
maybe I'll do that. If you, it can't be something that's marketed already.
Yeah,
Okay.
that-
Number one rule.
Yeah, I don't want to.
And we're not
I
going
mean,
to.
if we're parodying something, the parody law says we can make fun of anything. So we could take like Wonder Woman, make a parody of her, and
Don't want to though.
exactly. I don't want to. I mean, legally we could
And stay out of the politics because
Definitely.
politics suck.
definitely.
If you're so stuck in politics and you're not a politician, get a life.
Get a life. Love you, Jenna. We're gonna get off here.
Well, Jana just came on.
Oh, she's probably been on the whole time.
Hey, Jana, what's the name of the ice cream store?
Yeah.
If you're still on, please tell us. She's probably off now. Because we wanted to talk about the artwork that's there and send some people your way to get some triple dip pistachio mint banana.
The root beer.
I don't know.
I think she brought some root beer ones to the. I think that's what it was. Root beer float, maybe. I don't know.
I don't think I had it, did I?
Well, it was to the kid's birthday party. So.
Oh, well, then I didn't have it because I wasn't at the kid's birthday party. Come on, we're waiting. It's kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, she did it.
It's a secret.
What's it say?
It says it's a secret.
Oh no!
Yeah, you got played, Kevin.
Oh no! You took that artwork and hung it at your house. Okay, that's okay.
That's all right.
You're-
It's
you're-
being appreciated.
You're almost part of the artist salt prospects.
I would definitely say she is definitely she's the leader.
We're gonna have to make her president of our fan club.
I don't think we can make her do anything. I think
We
we'd
got-
have to ask her and beg her, and she would probably say yes. But
Well,
we're gonna get off here, guys.
we're gonna make 2 T-shirts now. One
Gotta make
president,
2
one
t-shirts.
prospect.